We're gonna start off with this stat. Well, breaking news essentially. First ESPN edition of Inside the NBA is set for a half an hour slot. Sometimes some things are best left not touched. At the end of the day, it's an old saying. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Showtime. Fellas, how are y'all doing?
Up. It's been a minute, but it's good to be back.
Good to be back.
It is great to be back. I'm excited for this episode. Before we get into it, we got to take care of a little bit of house rules. Subscribe to the Basketball Intelligence newsletter. Shout out to Aaron. Shout out to Evan. Great basketball content over there. If you love basketball, that's the place that you want to be. And make sure you subscribe to us, YouTube, all streaming platforms. Give us 5-star rating. Like this. Comment. Let us know how you feeling in the comments. If you're watching this, when you watch this, comment below your favorite team. Comment below your favorite team for us. On this episode, we'll be talking about D Wade. He has some comments that before injuries, he feels he was chasing MJ. He was close. Top free agents that's left. Shout out to our followers. This episode, we'll be talking about top jerseys. That was a topic suggested by one of our followers. Of course, we'll also be talking about Paige Bueckers. Is she already a top 5 guard in the WNBA? And a bunch more, because y'all know we are basketball junkies and the episode can go in a bevy of different ways. But we're going to start off with the D Wade comments. I will read the exact quote so I get it right for y'all. Dwayne Wade said, "When I had it, I had it. Before injuries, I'm like MJ, I'm coming for you. I'm going to be the greatest." How good was Dwayne Wade before injuries? And do you see that was a possibility of him being in the stratosphere with MJ?
I don't know about MJ stratosphere. I mean, he's pretty damn good. just to be honest, I think from 2004 to 2009, what he averaged 27, 7, 5, almost 2 steals, high 48% from his numbers were up there. I mean, in an era of shooting guards, I mean, he was near the top. So, I mean, a lot of people consider him, I would say, top 3, top 4 shooting guards of all time. I don't know that anyone would have ever put him above Jordan. You know, we'll never know. It's the what if game. But I mean, even having the what if element there, I mean, he's still one of the top handful of guards, I think, to ever play the game. So I would have loved to have seen it, but even still, he still had a hell of a career. So nothing but love for D Wade around these parts.
Hey, Jarrett, at his peak, there was conversations that I saw on the internet. I don't think we had these conversations live, at least not me over here around these parts in Jersey. But there was conversations that I've been seeing lately of, at his peak, D Wade was actually neck and neck with Kobe of best shooting guard in the league. Do you feel before the injuries, when he was at his peak, he was actually on the same level as Kobe? Was Kobe always above him?
Yeah, I always think Kobe was above him. But let's not take anything away from D Wade. Like, he was an absolute stud in his day. He led the league in scoring once. Third year led his team to a championship. So I mean, I wouldn't say he was neck and neck, but he's right there as far as shooting guards go, especially in those early 2000s. Before LeBron came, he was definitely the top 2 shooting guards in the league.
Yeah, I don't know if it was ever at any point where I had him above Kobe, but he did have a run, especially to start off his career. It was absolutely a storybook start. That finals run and what he did in those 4 games, I think it was somewhere close like 34 points he averaged in the games that they won, shooting over 50%. Crazy run. But hey, it seems like it's a narrative. It's a thing as of late. Players that's retired that want to control their narrative. So they're telling it from their viewpoint. Oh, if I ended up getting my pinky toe replaced 2 months earlier, I would have won a championship. We're seeing a lot of that going on as of late. Some top free agents that's left out there on the market. I'm gonna mention some names. Y'all tell me where you think they could possibly go. Any teams that could possibly use them. A name that's still out there. Malcolm Brogdon.
Oh,
I would have thought, assuming he's probably, I mean, at this point, he's going to sign for likely a veteran minimum deal. That Sacramento could use another guard, but I think reports are that seems to be where Russ is going to land. So that might not work out. There's not, if you look around the league, there's really not a whole lot of need for guards, like lead guards, combo guards. I mean, everybody's seems to be pretty set. A team I would throw out, I mean, I don't know where Malcolm is, his mindset is at this point in his career. I know he's a little older. And I don't know if he just is only looking at contenders or if he just wants to play. But I mean, Brooklyn could be an option because they could probably use some help with ball handling. He definitely serve in that capacity. But outside of that, I have no idea. I didn't even know that he wasn't signed. So, yeah, that's what I would say for Malcolm.
I got one we could throw out there. Maybe the Pistons. I'm looking at their roster right now. Because even though they lost, well, I mean, yeah, because they don't have a lot of ball handlers other than Cade and Jaden Ivey, barring he comes back from injury this season, which most likely he is.
They still got Sasser, though, right? He's still on his rookie deal.
Yeah, he's still there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ivy's coming back, too, as well. So
they got LeVert as well.
Yeah, like Rush is saying, I don't know. This might be a situation where he got to wait for an injury to happen or something along those lines. Maybe he tries to go back to Portland. I don't know. Like he said, this is actually an era where we are premium on guards. So if you're not signed at this point, sometimes might not work out. But they did say that the market is kind of holding off right now, waiting on Russell Westbrook and Ben Simmons, where they end up going. Those are some of the bigger names that's left out there. Another name in regarding the guards, but he does play defense, and maybe he'll go back home once they figure out what they're doing. Gary Payton, the second, is still out there. Where could he possibly end up? Does he go back to Golden State?
I don't know. Steve Kerr seems pretty fond of him, so I guess you can't ever really rule it out. And I think they only have like 9 players on the roster currently. So I think when you talk about continuity and familiarity, I mean, he's already sort of in that system. He's been in it for a few years. And I think that would be a good place for him to go back to. I don't know where else he could go and have the same sort of immediate impact with what a team is doing. So it seems like a good place for him to go back to Golden State.
Jarrett, staying with Golden State, right? The Jonathan Kuminga situation. What's your thoughts on that? Because it seems like he's going to be forced to go back to Golden State, even though that's not where he wants to go.
Yeah, I think it seemed like at this point, like the relationship between him and Kerr, it's been unsalvageable. I don't think it's a good idea for the Warriors to try to bring him back. But to be honest with you, I don't know exactly where he could go. I heard reports about him going either Sacramento or possibly Brooklyn. I can see a scenario where he goes to Brooklyn, but I'm not sure how that will work with him, Michael Porter Jr., Cam Thomas. Like, I'm not sure like what kind of situation Brooklyn is trying to accomplish with that. Maybe Miami can take a shot on him. I mean, Miami don't have much to work with right now, so why not?
It'll be interesting to see. I hate it for him. It's obvious that they are not going to come into agreement with the contract aspect of it. And it's looking like he's going to have to play one more year at least over there. I'm just confused as why the Warriors don't try to move him to get something in return.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess there's just not a whole lot of they don't see a whole lot of value in what's being offered to them. So when you have the ability to control his rights for the most part, right? Like, because if he accepts the qualifying, then he effectively has a no trade clause. So he has a lot of say in where he goes next if they look to move him. But I think the reason why they had offered the 2-year deal, one with a team option, is so that they could have more control. So I think that's what a lot of this comes down to. I think when you talk about Kuminga and the Warriors, it's just control. Like, they've had so much control over his career for the first few years, which is normal when you're on a rookie deal. But he just doesn't trust Kerr. It seems like he doesn't vibe with Kerr, and he wants to have some control over where he goes next. So I think that's why the qualifying is really a really serious option for him and Cam Thomas. I think at this point I've been reading. So like I said last time we talked about this, I'm just ready for this I'm ready for this whole relationship to be over. It seems like every day we're reading about something Kuminga and the Warriors and how much farther apart they are. But I do think when it's all said and done, he ends up back on Golden State. But I think they're going to have to try work really hard for it to not be a year-long distraction or a distraction for however long he's on that team.
1,000%.
What if he goes to Utah? I could see a scenario where they can move some pieces in Utah and try to get him. I mean, they probably get marketing.
Yeah, but
they have to, add a lot more from the Warriors to accommodate marketing's contract.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Utah would value Kuminga equally or better than Markin. And to be honest, I don't know that I would either. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I hope the Kuminga defenders don't come after me, but that's how I'm feeling if I'm looking at it.
Yeah, looking at that, I think that kind of messes up their plans and timeline anyway. That's not the type of young player that Danny Ainge and his son were over there in Utah. Especially being that more than likely you'll have to pay him, and they're tanking for possibly Booz or the Bansa. We don't want Kuminga. It's not going to be good for Kuminga either. Kuminga reports say he want to start. He want to be a top 2 option. I think he's going to have to wait for that top 2 option or do what's been happening as of late. A lot of players have been signing overseas. Like, a lot of players have been signing over in Europe and China. You go be a number 1 option over there and maybe you come back. But right now, I don't see any teams where he'll be the number 1, number 2, maybe number 3 option. So it's a little bit of.
It's very rare for players to go overseas and then be a number 1 option over there and then come back to the NBA to be a top option. Like, it's very rare to see it. I mean, of course, other than the Europeans, who's like the Jokic's, the Lukas, Pau Gasol's, whatever, Ginobili's, but like for American players to go over there and then become number 1 options, then for it to translate over here, it's very rare. I mean.
I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying for him. That's what. If you want to be a number 1 option, your best bet is to go overseas, my boy. It's not happening in the States. In the NBA, it's not happening. So I agree. Yeah, it's very rare that happens. It's rare, I think, over his career that he's going to be a number 1 anyway. So your best chance might be to go overseas. Anywho, shout out to Ben. For those that follow on Thread, Tall Skinny Ben, he suggested this topic. He asks, what are some of our Mount Rushmore of jerseys? I'll start off with mine. The Denver Nuggets, the Navy cursive ones, the Miami Heat with the back to black ones, the all black ones. Love those. The Lakers with the Sunday whites, The Lakers again. I love the baby blue ones. My favorite color is that university blue. They had those. And then last for me was the Miami Heat Vice collection. That was on my Mount Rushmore of jerseys.
That Vice one is fire.
I'm bugging. I did a top 5. I just read that. That's not even 4. My bad. Those are my favorite jerseys, not Mount Rushmore.
It's okay. We can just go with favorite. You're supposed to be QB in this thing. You done already messed up. Am I next? Is it on me?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I feel like mine are, I don't know, kind of cliche. But what do I have? The 95-96 Bulls, red with black trim.
The pinstripe ones?
Yeah, excuse me. The black pins, the black with the red stripes.
Mm-hmm.
The Raptors one, Vince Carter with the dinosaur, purple one, of course. The Hornets, gotta rep. The teal with the pinstripes. Seattle Supersonics.
Yes.
I know. Seattle fans are, dealing with some feelings considering the Thunder just won the national championship. I know they're feeling like a forgotten sports or NBA city. So I want to show them some love and say the Peyton and Kemp Seattle Supersonics jersey, and then the Orlando Magic pinstripes. That's 5, right?
Classics, yes.
Yeah,
all top tier.
I really wanted to find out. I was stuck with the Sonics and the Grizzlies.
The Vancouver
Grizzlies. Yeah, the Vancouver. I really wanted to pick those, but I went ahead and went with Seattle.
Sidebar, since you just mentioned that, for those that don't know, one of the main reasons Vancouver moved to Memphis, found this out, I learned this like last month. They were supposed to draft Steve Francis, aka the franchise. He literally was supposed to save the franchise. That was their 4th or 5th year being in Vancouver. He got drafted by them, and immediately he said, "No, it's not going to work."
I feel like I remember this.
Got traded, and then that following year, they was like, "Yeah, it's no, we ain't got no motion over here in Vancouver," and then they end up having to move the franchise. So if Steve Franchise stayed in Vancouver, the franchise, Steve Franchise, we might still have them in Vancouver. But
Vancouver's a beautiful city too.
Yeah, but it was tough. You got across the country, Toronto. They over there rocking, and they ain't having no issues. So
yeah,
it was tough times. But Jarrett, your favorite jerseys.
So backtrack to your jersey tone, the Nuggets cursive one, the navy blue one.
Yes, sir.
I have the Carmelo Anthony one.
I love that one.
Gift from my brother. But my favorites is cliche, Vince Carter Raptor one, the dinosaur on it. The Orlando T-Mac jersey with the stars on it, and the pinstripe one. I gotta throw like 3 Orlando Magic jerseys in one though. I gotta cheat real quick. So the Orlando Magic T-Mac with the pinstripes, the other one with the stars, and then it's probably the same thing. The one with Shaq and Penny, the pinstripe on as well. So those. I really liked the Knicks jerseys that they had a few years ago. It was like black. It had the circle in the middle. It said "City that Never Sleeps." I didn't like that they only had it for one season. Like I really liked those jerseys. And then, well,
Nike running out of ideas, so they might bring it back.
Yeah, hopefully. And then, what was the those Lakers jerseys from back in the day? I think they came back out with them a few years ago. The Minneapolis ones.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
The Carolina blue ones.
Yeah, those was fire. And then I got one more.
Anything Carolina blue is beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, the Allen Iverson Black Sixers jersey. Mm-hmm. And I actually,
black door?
Yeah, I actually seen that Tyrese Maxey said that they're going to bring them back. He can't say when they're bringing them back, but they are bringing them back. they actually have Tyrese Maxey jersey in the Tyrese Maxey Museum in Philadelphia or whatever. And then Tyrese Maxey actually took the jersey home with him.
For that franchise, that might be, if Embiid is not healthy, it might be one of the most exciting things for them next season. It might be. And they'll probably be able to, maybe they'll introduce the jersey, and Podcast P could do a live episode of the jersey reveal, and that'll just do great numbers. We are going to, I'll start off with this, right? We'll save the draft for the end of the episode. Paige Bueckers, man. Oh my goodness.
Oh, she's about to play, right? Let me put that game on.
So good. Paige Bueckers is so good. Kyrie disciple, if there was ever one, a Kyrie disciple in Paige Bueckers. But in regards of this season so far, Jarrett, is Paige Bueckers a top 5 guard in the league already?
You know what's funny? She might be, because it's like, all right, let me look at the guards that we should be talking about, though, because Sabrina's up there.
Sabrina's
definitely up there. We gotta put Alicia Gray in that top 5 conversation right now for the guards. Who else? I don't know if we could put Chelsea Gray in there right now. I mean, based off resume, yeah, definitely. But this season, probably not.
You showing any love to Kelsey Plum?
I was getting ready to say, I wanted to wait and let him finish to see.
Man, yeah, I think we can say she's top 5 guards right now. Yeah, she's top 5 guards right now.
You're saying Paige is top 5 right now.
Paige. Mm-hmm.
Rush, do you feel, especially being you're a close watcher of your Dallas Wings,
lifelong fan,
do you feel Paige is a top 5 guard already this season when you have players like Kelsey Mitchell, Plum, Sabrina, Alicia Gray, Jackie Young? She's been a bright spot for the up and down Aces.
I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna say like she's like right there. I mean, you just listed a bunch of names. I mean, some top tier talent when you talk about guards. I think if we're looking at just ability, bag, I think you could probably make the argument, but I think if we're looking at it from a holistic standpoint, team success, how well they've been able to convert their on-court performances into team success, I have her sort of on the outside looking in right now. But I think next year, yeah, she's absolutely in there for sure. But there's just a lot of talented guards in the W right now. And I don't think that I wouldn't say that saying she's not a top 5 right now is an insult. It's just hella competitive at that position. So not yet, but she's definitely coming.
Yeah, even gotta show some love and throw a name out there of Courtney Williams doing what she's doing over there in Minnesota. That's a name to throw out there. Even over when you look in Atlanta, Jordan Canada is having a pretty solid season as well. Maybe not at the scoring level, but in regards to facilitating, setting that team up, you got to throw Jordan Canada in the mix right there too. So it's a lot of guards in the W that have been balling. I would put Sabrina obviously in probably the top 2 this season, but I will put Paige this season specifically. I will put her top 5 with how she's been playing. Granted, the aspect of what Rush mentioned, obviously the team success isn't there, but you already know how I feel about that. That's not her fault. I'm not putting that on Paige. I'm not going to name some teammates, but there's some teammates that I would change on that roster. There's some coaches, which Rush mentioned, with man buns that I would change on that roster. So she just came into a bad situation. Where you get drafted does matter. She's not playing for Geno. I'll tell you that. Geno is not in Dallas. It's not the same type of program that is ran by UConn. Is not being ran over there in Dallas. Looking at next season, little predictions. If we were to predict first-time All-Stars next season, on average, just to throw it out there, on average, every season there's around 6 first-time All-Stars. If you had to predict next season, who would you have as the first-time All-Stars? Jarrett, kick it off.
Olivia Miles.
Oh, my bad. I'm bugging. NBA.
Oh, NBA. Okay, I thought we saw WNBA. My bad. Okay, first time All-Star for the NBA. Ooh, that's a trickier one. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say, how many you giving?
You start off with one because I don't want us to.
Okay. Franz Wagner.
Franz Wagner. Okay. Rush. Year go. Who do you think could be a first-time All-Star next year?
I'm not sure. Evan Mobley wasn't an All-Star this year, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he
was. I think he didn't, which would have been crazy considering the fact that he won DPOY.
If he didn't, the way he looking this offseason, he'll get it this year.
All right, with the I'm gonna say Sengun.
Alperen Sengun.
He was also last year.
Was he?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
He made it last year.
Why am I bugging? Probably because I didn't watch the All-Star game. I don't know because those are my two guys. So
Alpy made it last year. For me, I'll throw a name out there that because the East is wide open, you might see the Magic. They might be able to get 3 All-Stars in there next year. Desmond Bane. I think Desmond Bane could be a name that ends up making it. They, on paper, they should be a top 3, top 4 team. If they get off to a nice start, kind of like they did last year, they had a pretty good start, but then injuries piled up and changed the whole trajectory of their team. But I'll throw out there Desmond Bane as one of the names that might be one of the first-time All-Stars. I can see it happening. The shooting ability, he actually has some facilitating and what he does on the defensive side. So I could see him definitely making an All-Star next year. Jarrett, you got another one that comes to mind?
OG Anunoby.
Ew.
Listen, I'm predicting big season for the Knicks. But like we just said with the injuries for the East. And OG had a really good season last year. Like I was looking at his stats the other day. I'm like, he took a nice little leap in his game, especially when he had that stretch where he was like averaging like 22 and everything. And I'm like, he can probably All-Star next year.
We'll see. It's the Knicks, so we'll see.
He's gotten better as not just being a 3-and-D guy.
Oh, 1,000%. He's your third press player when it was supposed to be Mikal. So OG definitely has improved. I'm just, I ain't rooting for no Knicks for them to do anything. So nah, but you got a good point. Like the East is wide open, so y'all should be a top 3 team if healthy. That's the huge thing. And the other question mark is Mike Brown in his first season. What does that look like? What's the learning curve on that? And it sucks because it's in a season where y'all are being projected and expected to be a top team, but it's Mike Brown's first season, implementing a completely new offense, a new defensive scheme. But hey, it's no excuse. You in New York, so prayers out to Mike Brown. Rush, doesn't anybody come to your mind as another first-time All-Star possible?
No.
I'll throw out another name. We go
because I was actually OG was on my backup list, but Jarrett got to him before I did.
I think this year the Rockets will have a very good regular season.
Mm.
KD, I think, is a shoo-in just off the votes alone. Alpi, I don't think makes it next year. I think the person that makes it as a second person, they might get 3, but I think they'll get 2 guaranteed ones. KD, that's a legacy. KD, LeBron, and Steph, till they retire, are going to be in the All-Star game. Will they play a la LeBron? I don't know. But they are definitely legacy ones where they'll be in there regardless. Amen Thompson. I think Amen will make the All-Star next year. I've seen some highlights. Granted, it's the summertime, but he's been working on the shot. If he can shoot that just at a decent clip, we're not asking him to be DeMar DeRozan. If he could just shoot that a little bit better, play the defense that he's been playing and being that threat on the fast break, yeah. Amen Thompson can make a nice leap next season and actually be an all-star for the first time.
Yeah, that might be tough, though. Just the West guards. Because you figure Steph, Ant, Luka, Shea,
Booker.
Nah, Booker missing it next year.
Ja.
Booker, Ja. I mean,
That's going to be tough.
yeah.
I'm going to give it to Amen just off the fact that one of the names you just mentioned in there, Ja going to miss at least 15, 20 in that first half. Based off of history. I'm just saying, I think we could see that leap happen, especially this is why I preface it with the Rockets probably will have a top 2 ranking in the West to start off the first half of the season. The way that they play defense, they had a top record last year. The way that they play defense, and then you add easy money sniper, I could see them getting off to a nice start, which that factors in, especially on the back end. I don't think they have enough votes, but the coaches reward those top 2, top 3 teams, which is where I think Amen could slide in there. They would choose Amen more than they would choose Alperen Sengun. We're not even going to imagine that somehow Fred VanVleet has a good enough all-star season next year. So it's going to be.
I thought you was going to take Fred at first.
The devil be bound. There's no way I was taking Fred. But I think if anybody makes it on Houston outside of KD, it's going to be between Amen and Alperen. I'll throw another name out there that I think he should have made it last year. Zubac. I think Zubac will make it next season as a Clipper for the first time. I think he should have made it last year. I think Zubac will make it. I'll throw out another name out there, that possible person that can make it. Chet Holmgren, if he's healthy in that first half of the season, I can see Chet getting in there as well.
Chet will be in there. They'll probably get their big 3 in there, unless they have a championship hangover and they get out the gate slow. But I don't think that'll happen.
Yeah, even with them getting out the gate slow, they 27 deep, so somebody will step up.
I thought one more out there, maybe possibly like a sleeper. I think RJ may have a case, barring that Brandon Ingram, gets hurt or something, and RJ gets a lot of touches.
RJ who?
Barrett. I feel like he'll be like borderline. Matter of fact.
I'm messing with you. RJ is one of the most confusing players, man. He was supposed to be so much.
He had a really good season last year.
Decent, bro. I'll see. And plus, it's Toronto. They're gonna win as many games as we all win in the leagues that we play this next year. Like, they're not gonna win.
What about Kobe White? How do we feel about Kobe?
I like Kobe White.
You think he could be all-star? I mean, that would require the Bulls to be. He could probably make it as a reserve, maybe. He's obviously not going to get voted in as a starter, but I think if he keeps playing the way he played at the end of the year, and they get off to a somewhat respectable start, I think we could probably see him get one. Kobe was playing at an all-star level.
Facts. Just didn't have the.
Yeah.
It was just the Bulls. It wasn't looking
the Bulls. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't looking good. I think that's a great pick, and I think it's also contingent on what they doing with Giddey. If Giddey comes back, I think that helps him with the playmaking abilities, and that helps take some off his plate. If it's just him there next year, I think he could still have a good season, but obviously Giddey's the better playmaker, and Kobe then could just get busy, just go get buckets, shoot the lights out like he was doing last year.
Saying Giddey, you don't want $80 million for 4 years. That's what they're saying. Saying he want 30. He said he want 30 mil a year at minimum.
Hey, at least he's going above 19. That's a good number. At least he's going above 19. I'll throw one last one out there. It all depends on his health, because I think he was an all-star player last year as well before he got injured. Jalen Johnson, with how that Hawks roster looks with Trae Young before the injury, that was a shoo-in, I feel, as an all-star. Probably voted in. He wouldn't be a starter. Maybe would have got voted in as a reserve. Something along that lines. Jalen Johnson has all of the potential and all of the, it's just oozing out of him what could possibly be. We haven't seen him healthy to be able to know what it would be for an entire season, but he's one of those that get around 15 to 18 points before he got injured. 15 to 18 points. He was getting 8 to 10 boards, 1 steal a game, 2 blocks a game. Crazy stat line. That's an all-star stat line right there. So that's the last name I'll throw out there, unless Jarrett, Rush, y'all got any more names that come to mind.
I thought about Jalen Johnson too. I just didn't know what's the timetable for him to come back from injury.
Yeah, Jalen's a really good pick.
I think he'll be back by the beginning of the season, because he kind of got hurt again at a weird time. So it wasn't too late in the season where it's like, all right, we don't know if he's going to be back. They shut him down early, if I remember correctly. So he should, I don't know. I'm not there with him to know what the timeline is and if everything's been going good. But from all reports so far, hasn't been any complications, anything that happened that make him have any setbacks. So Jalen Johnson, hopefully we see him there, at least for one more season, being that it's talks that Trae Young may be traded, won't be signing a contract next year. So this might be the last run for them, with Trae Young at the helm as the leader. We want enough to show with drafting our starting 5 of current NBA players. Current NBA players, we're going to draft our starting 5 between Jarrett and Rush, right? I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. This is to get the first overall pick. Rush, what number between 1 and 10?
7.
Jarrett?
8.
Rush got it. I was literally thinking the number number 7 exactly. All right, Rush has the number 1 overall pick. Jarrett has the 2nd overall pick. I will go last and starting 5. And it's however you want to do your starting 5. You go all guards, play small ball, whatever you want to do for your roster.
I'm picking Wemby, number 1.
That's such a freaking Wemby. Sorry. No, that's a great pick. That's a cheat code. Jarrett.
Jokic.
Starting off with all big men.
Big man's game.
Wemby, Jokic as the first 2 picks for me. I'm going to go. We're going to keep it as bigs. He's not a center, but he can play center. I'm going with Giannis. Back to you, Rush.
Luka Doncic.
That's a crazy team already. That's a crazy team already.
Luka got his lob threat. and a 3-point pick and pop threat.
Who you going with, Cat? Oh my God.
Nah, I'm gonna go with Man, I'm gonna go with LeBron. I'm gonna go with the old man.
Wow.
All right, so we got 2 Lakers off the board. One from a Laker fan, one from a non-Lakers fan. So
That's who.
the actual other Lakers fan doesn't get to choose not between the Lakers, which is always fun. I will go with Steph Curry. Sticking with the old people. Steph Curry. Rush, you are back up.
Does anyone pick Anthony Edwards? Nobody picked Ant.
Nobody picked
Yeah,
Ant.
go ahead, give me Ant.
Okay. I'm gonna go with KD.
That's a solid team. 2 people that could go to AARP to go get free movies, but that's a solid team. I'm gonna go with D Book. Put him around some winning this season since he won't be doing it in real life.
How many picks you got?
So it's 2 more spots left. So far, Rush has Luka, Ant, Wemby. Jarrett, you got Bron, KD, Jokic, and I got Steph, D Book, and Giannis.
Okay.
I think Rush said he's gonna do Jordan Poole next.
Oh my God.
No, I'm gonna do Hanson Yang. That's his name, right? Or is it Yang Hands? I can't remember what order his name goes. Forgive me. I'm gonna go Evan Mobley.
That's a solid pick. That's a solid pick.
First pick. Okay. Okay. That Jokic. Okay.
Julius Randle?
No, I'm gonna go with the other lefty, Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson. As long as you ain't say Green, we was good. I'm going with Bam Adebayo. Your last pick, Rush.
Is Jason Tatum injured?
For the sake of this.
For the sake of this draft?
Nah, you good.
Tatum's not injured? Okay.
Nah, you good.
You know what? I'm gonna show some love to the I love Tatum, by the way, and this is not a slight. But I'm gonna assume that he's injured. Although it doesn't really make sense because the guy I'm about to pick is injured too presently. But I'm gonna go with first time champ, Jalen Williams.
J-Dub.
Oh. So nobody said SGA.
I didn't want to pick SGA. I wanted to keep it traditional. But once I had Luka, I was like, he and Shea would be a little redundant. So that's why I went with Ant, because I get two-way play that way.
Nah, I'm going with
SGA.
I'm going with SGA. I can't leave him off the board. I can't leave the MVP off the board. I should have went with him. God, I should have went with him first.
I mean, I was shocked when y'all picked him up, but I wasn't gonna pick another guard.
I'm surprised you went with him over Brunson. I would have kept Brunson last.
That's why I'm kind of surprised at myself.
I'm not surprised. That Knicks fandom bleeding through.
My last pick. I already know when we do this poll, they're gonna vote between y'all two. It is what it is. But my team will win games regardless. Still, we might not win the championship, but we'll we'll win games. I'll throw in there for my last pick. I'm gonna go with Pascal Siakam. We got Rush's team is Luka, Ant, J-Dub, Wemby, Mobley. Jarrett has SGA, Jalen Brunson, Bron, KD, Jokic, Steph, D Book, Siakam, Giannis, and Bam for my roster.
They all solid picks.
Y'all got solid picks. I might be fired after next season as a GM.
Nah, I mean Siakam in the 2 finals so far.
At least you made moves. You could be like Mike Dunleavy.
All that
Hey,
Sitting on your hands.
we got shooting, we got defense. I don't have Draymond to set screens for Steph, but we work it out. Giannis said this year he want to play more point anyway, so it'll
Who's
work
it?
out.
Oh, Giannis?
Yeah.
He gonna
Yeah,
have
that
to.
didn't work. That didn't work the first time. I don't think it's gonna work again, but we'll see.
Nah, he gonna play every position this year.
Hey, it's the corner three. We out. Peace.
Deuces.